What's up YouTube? Alpha Prime here and welcome to Alpha Sketch. And in this tutorial I'm going to show you the basic structure when creating artwork. So grab that pencil, grab a page and let's get sketching. So in this episode now I'm going to take you through the fundamentals of artwork, just the basic sort of stuff. So we're going to start with shape, which is anything 2D in your artwork. It's just the basic shape of anything you see around you. It's made up of shapes. So you have circles, squares, triangles, just any sort of shape. It doesn't have to be your basic sort of shapes that you learned maybe at school. It could even be just a squiggly sort of made up sort of shape. It could be the outline of, say, a monster or whatever, but it's just a flat object where you only see one side, and that is a 2D shape. So the next thing that we're going to start looking at then is the next move on from our shape, and that is form. Now form is 3-dimensional shape, so it has to have multiple sides. So this is just the next step when you're drawing. So you initially get your initial shapes down, then you move on to your form. So I'll just draw it down again, the circle, a square and a triangle, but we're going to turn them into 3-dimensional shapes now. So we're progressing the artwork. So we're turning a circle to a sphere, we're turning a square to a cube, and we're changing a triangle to a pyramid. So as you can see, multiple sides. We can also, if you wanted to, you could add a light source, which would then shade the other sides, as I'm showing you here. So these are your form. There's 3-dimensional shapes. The final piece of doing artwork is the more side that most people would see, which is detail. So the detail of your artwork is when you add texture and color. So this is where you're actually turning that shape and form, now you're turning it into something. Now, just for simpleness, we'll draw the square, it's a shape, we'll turn it into a form, so it's now 3D. And now for the detail part, we're going to change this form into a plank of wood. So I'm just going to add some rough sort of things in here just to give you a basic idea, rather than me sit here for hours trying to draw a perfect plank. But here's a block of wood, and that is our detailed part of the drawing. So those are your 3 sort of steps, is your shape, your form and your detail. So I'm just going to show you that now as an actual diagram, which you can sort of keep in your head, put it down somewhere if you want. You can draw this down, but this is sort of just your basic building blocks for doing artwork. So I just do it in the shape of a triangle. We'll split the triangle into 3 sections, and you know exactly what the 3 sections are going to be by now, I would like to think, so that you're going to have your detail, your form and your shape. So if you look at the way the pyramid is, you've got your shape as the basics, that's the foundation of your artwork, then you have your form, then you have your detail. So when we actually look at this, the form and the shape is actually going to be your planning stage. So this is going to be where you're going to plan out your drawing. You're going to decide what way you're going to position them, what way they're going to be standing, just your basic layout of your character or building or whatever you're drawing. This is your rough stage, your form and your shape. That is just you getting it laid out the way that you want to get it laid out. Okay, so you use these sections, and as you can see, they take up the majority of the pyramid because they take you quite long to do when you're trying to get it all laid out. Then the last stage is your detail. So that is going to be your refined drawing stage, and that is where you're going to add in all your details. You're going to add in, if you're drawing a character, you're going to add in their eyes, you're going to add in their mouth, their nose, maybe the facial expressions, whatever. That is where you're going to add all those sort of parts to it. But in order to get to there, you need to have your planning stage done. beforehand. And that is where I'm going to actually get to another very, very important point just before the end of this video. It's a very, very important thing to tell people that are starting out drawing. So if you're watching this and you are a beginner, this is very, very important, I think. So I'll show you how people, just normal people, view artwork. People maybe don't do artwork themselves, how they view it. They view that triangle that I just showed you, they view it in a very, very different way. So people looking at artwork only see two things. They see the form and they see the detail. And that's it. They see what you have drawn in front of them. So they see all the details that you've put in. They see the form of the actual drawing that you've drawn, the position of it. But the important thing for you, if you're watching these videos, to learn how to draw, how artists actually view art is completely different. It is the triangle that I've showed you there previous. It is the 3 sections. So you need to see the shape, the form, and the detail. Because the shape is a very, very important stage of your drawing. It is the foundation of your drawing. And if you don't have a good sort of shape and stuff at the very, very start, if you jump in and try and do all the detail first, it's just not going to work out. And I think that is what beginners struggle with art at the very, very beginning, is that they want to see the final piece rather than going through the whole process of actually laying out their structure, laying out their foundations, putting down their shapes, changing those shapes to forms, and then adding the detail. A lot of people at the beginning just think that they look, at an art piece and they see, right, that's the way that has to be laid out, and that's the way they draw it. And that's it for today's tutorial, guys. Hope you found it helpful. If you did, why not let me know down in the comments section? Why not give me a like and a subscribe? Until next time, guys, stay awesome. Alpha